Coming to you from the Fairmont Century Plaza in Los Angeles, it's the inaugural celebration of LGBTQ plus cinema and television, presented by the Critics' Choice Association. Honoring Nathan Lane, George Takei, actress Michaela J. Rodriguez. From Abbott Elementary, Chris Perfetti. RuPaul's Drag Race. From Hacks, Carl Clemens Hopkins. Palm Royale showrunner Abe Sylvia. Top Chef host Kristen Kish. Mary and George director Oliver Hermanis. The producers behind Fellow Travelers. From Acapulco, Fernando Carsa. Quantum Leap writer Shakina. From Baby Reindeer, Nava Mao. National Anthem director Luke Guilford. Funny or Die chairman Henry R. Munoz III. And the team behind We're Here. But before we kick off the show, check out some highlights from our star-studded gold carpet, featuring some of the most fabulous looks of the evening. Here's your gold carpet host, Critics' Choice member, Andrew Freund.
Let's go have some fun. How gay are you feeling right now?
Oh, 100%, baby.
Yeah, all right.
I'm always at a high. I'm always at a
She's always at a
full.
high.
You
Yeah,
know, the
yeah.
cup has run it over.
Yeah. Why is tonight so special?
They're critics.
What's one of your favorite queer moments on film or queer moments in television?
Queer moments in television.
Yeah.
There's a segment for 60 minutes. We could go back to Paul Lynde on the Hollywood Squares. He was a funny guy.
Ladies, how fucking gay are we feeling tonight? I'll start with you, Jada.
Gay as fuck, the gayest. Absolutely homosexual.
Critically gay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a real woman.
I mean, aren't award shows kind of gay to begin with?
Absolutely.
So how do we make this one even gayer?
I'm hosting, baby.
Oh, shit. I think I forgot to not wear a shirt.
Oh, how embarrassing.
You did the no shirt thing.
Quel embarrassment.
Am I underdressed? I mean,
You forgot a tie, I forgot both. I can't wait to see who shows up next.
I think about who I was the last pandemic, the AIDS pandemic. And I think about how many men and women died under stigma, shame, and many of them under silence. As a woman, I say, wow, I know what change looks like. I know the sacrifice that has been made by so many.
you just graduated from UCLA, 6 months, and you get a fucking job in Hollywood. That doesn't even happen, girl.
I know, I'm a fairy tale, what can I say?
I love every time you're on Howard Stern. What is it about the camaraderie with Stern? Like, you guys just click with him so well. He loves you guys. What is
We
it?
love him right back.
Yeah.
And the important thing about him is he provides me with a megaphone.
Right, you're right.
I can proselytize to my heart's content.
You're right. What does this Rising Star Award mean?
Everything to me. I can't believe I'm in the same room as all of these wonderful people. I feel being a plus size Latino immigrant who also happens to be gay. This is like the highest of, awards and recognition, so I'm just proud to represent.
What does it mean for you to be here tonight?
I mean, I am kind of in this whirlwind, and it's unbelievable and such an honor, and I cannot wait to celebrate alongside so many people. I think it's going to be a beautiful night.
Queer stories are having a real moment right now, and I'm so happy to be a part of that, and that, that our show has been embraced in the way that it has. It's a great feeling.
What does this honor mean to you today?
It's an incredible moment for trans representation, and I'm just really thrilled to be receiving this recognition on behalf of the community. Right now, there are so many, it's an unprecedented time of attack on the trans community, legislatively and culturally. And so it's important for us to show up and represent and be visible, because we're literally saving the lives of young people.
I want to know, how does someone invite you to a dinner party? I feel like that would be a lot of pressure because you're going to fucking judge everything. Yes, you are.
Anything. You know what my favorite food is?
No.
Chicken fingers, french fries, ranch dressing, and mayonnaise. I don't care.
Chicken fingers is also my favorite food. Where are your favorite chicken finger spots?
Okay, you have to get them from really crappy places.
Yeah.
Like really, really like from frozen section.
Okay.
And then you fry them in the restaurant.
Okay.
Kind of thing. I don't serve them, but I do like to eat them.
I gotta stand up. I gotta stand.
I'm screaming.
I have to stand in a fucking box to talk to you.
Feel it.
I'm feeling it.
It's so special, you know, celebrating the work and the resilience and the beauty of the LGBTQ plus community. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? When I wake up, that's the mantra. Like, let's keep fighting and make noise and not settle for anything less than what we deserve.
Now let's take a look at the incredible performances of 2024.
My father is my hero. He told me that our democracy is a people's democracy. And it can be as great as the people can be, but it is also as fallible as people are.
Right now in the world, people who are different are being extremely targeted.
Do you like it this way? All this pretending.
We lie about who we sleep with.
Not who we sleep with, it's who we love.
Our survival is at risk. We have to stand up.
You're in over your head. And girl, you don't even know it.
I am never in over my head. It would be disrespectful to my hairdresser.
Touche. Lay down. You are forward.
I've been held back far too long.
Don't you realize there's a lot more to you than there is to you?
You have got to start cooking to win.
Good luck, and don't it up.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
It's frightening how good I am at all of this. It's, I'm scaring myself.
We are going to take a mental health day.
What? No, we can't just leave. This is work, and we're Americans.
She's right. It's our national duty to stay here and be miserable.
A girl should be insulted. I hate that it intrigues me.
I wanted to give the illusion of light. Those things are disgusting.
They're not disgusting. They're gay culture.
Are you as turned on as I am?
No.
Are you kidding?
Anyway, I have found a solution that I really think is the one.
Violence is never the answer, but drag just might be.
I had a hunch, but...
I just want people to see that there are people who are out in the world like this, and they're not alone.
Come. Let us live. This is very exciting.
Yeah, it is, fella.
I have loved you my whole life. My great, consuming love.
We're the future of this country. We need to be our own future because this is our moment. This is the momentum. This is now. This is all of us.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Here's your host, actress, comedian, and writer, the star of Joyride and Good Trouble, Sherry Cola.
Hello, we're glowing. Welcome to the inaugural Critics' Choice Association celebration of LGBTQ plus cinema and television. Let's go. Thank you all for being here. I'm Sherry Cola, and I'm thrilled to be your host tonight. What a moment. My 83-year-old grandma is in the audience. There she is, waving the rainbow flag. You know, I thought this would be a cute way to finally come out to her. Go big or go home, you know? Go big or go back to Shanghai. As a matter of fact, that's my motto. You can use it. You can use it. Look at this room. Look at these tables. Of course, the seating was thoughtfully assigned according to tops and bottoms. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. It should be on your name cards, right next to rigatoni or sea bass. Very small font. Very small font. Listen, we're here to shine the light on some spectacular trailblazers and incredible allies. And most importantly, we're here to celebrate our community and those who contribute to the power of telling our beautiful and necessary stories. As lawmakers push bills targeting our rights, we're still here. Being our authentic selves, living out loud, and making as much noise as we can. Hello, we're checked in. Nathan Lane is here. Give it up. He's receiving the Career Achievement Award. Last year, he went from Dix the Musical to Beau is Afraid. And just the other week, he was back at the Hollywood Bowl as Timon in The Lion King. Nathan, darling, have you slept? You're truly a force of nature. Hakuna Matata is actually my safe word, so thank you. Thank you. The Drag Race family is here, representing. Yes, because of you, I've been inspired to wake up every single day, ready to lip sync for my life. The stakes are always high. In the line at Starbucks, don't fuck it up. Hi, Matt Bomer. Give it up for Fellow Travelers. You're flirting with me. The show is so steamy. It's giving soup dumpling. It's so steamy. So steamy. Matthew, may I? How do I say this? Matthew, you are single-handedly keeping me bisexual. Let's recognize that tonight is a celebration of you, of us, our allies, our excellence, our resilience, our evolution, and our victories within the LGBTQ+ community. Inaugural. Inaugural. I'm not taking this lightly, okay? This is so tender, so special. We can all collectively say this was our first time together. So let's crack a window, turn up the music, and get the show started, yeah? Our first presenter has been on my vision board since I watched Mighty Joe Young. She is an ally, an activist, and an Oscar-winning actress. Here to present the Reality TV Award, please welcome Charlize Theron.
Each season, the fierce and fabulous hosts of We're Here travel to empower communities in conservative places like Tennessee and Oklahoma to ignite much-needed conversation around the power of drag. This season, iconic drag mothers Priyanka, Jada Essence Hall, Latrice Royale, and Sasha Velour travel to multiple towns. They confront misinformation head-on and work with locals to put together a jaw-dropping drag show. And they also helped uplift a struggling community while also giving them a much-needed education and Cher's discography. Through mentorship, guidance, reflecting on self-love, and showing locals how to rock a lace front and stilettos, the hosts of We're Here are helping members of these communities find a space to be their true selves. Let's be honest, there's no one louder than a drag queen on a mission. With the creative leadership of my dear friends Johnny Ingram and Stephen Warren, and visionary director Peter Lagrego, yes, We're Here has found a perfect formula to tell these powerful stories that are both socially important and wildly entertaining. So unlike the hostile and tense locations where season 4 was shot, the cast and crew made one thing clear for certain: drag is not a danger to children. Let's take a look.
What are you scared of?
Mostly being harmed for being who I am.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I work so hard on me, because if you remain and no one knows, you know that it's safer.
Yeah. Yes. Are there like a lot of other queer people?
We're here, but we're not vocal here. Does that make sense? We're all hiding.
What did you think about the backlash that's been happening against drag and, of course, against trans people?
I will say that I'm very scared. I'm not going to run from Tennessee, though, because that's what they want me to do.
Yeah.
There is going to be a drag show. It should be adult only.
What makes it adult only?
Well, I've never been to a drag show, so I don't know.
This is
Yeah.
really my argument with the whole thing. Is the people who have never been to a show, you have no clue what it entails. It's about celebrating diversity. It's about owning yourself. It's about feeling good. And you carry that over into your day-to-day. This is exactly what the problem is. It's these people and lawmakers that are pushing these bills that are baseless, and you have no clue what you're talking about. And exposing ourselves to children. Do you know how many pairs of tights drag queens wear? Do you know how many bras and girdles and corsets? There is nothing to expose but cotton and polyester blend.
Amen. The Critics' Choice Association is pleased to present the Reality TV Award to We're Here!
Thank you, Charlize. The hate, misinformation, and bigotry spewed by religious extremists and conservative fearmongers had metastasized throughout our country, resulting in the promulgation of hundreds and hundreds of unconstitutional ordinances, laws, and outright bans aimed at the very essence of the 2S LGBTQIA+ and drag communities. To meet this pivotal moment, we worked together with our director and showrunner, Peter LaGreco, and took a major risk. After winning 4 Emmys, 3 GLAAD Awards, and being the only unscripted show to win a Peabody last year, yay! We decided to radically alter our format by focusing on only 2 communities, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Ground zeros in this existential battle for our right to exist.
Being on television, giving a voice and a face to everyday Americans whose rights and dignity are being trampled on is an immense privilege, and that responsibility we don't take for granted. Tonight, we are in the company of incredible queer artists and allies that are telling our stories. Together, we are changing hearts and minds. We need everyone in this room to watch each other's work and get the word out so that we can ensure that networks and streamers continue to tell our vital stories. Because our stories matter. Because we imagine a beautiful future for all queer folks. An America where trans people and athletes are celebrated, where kids feel safe to use the bathroom at school that matches their gender identity. We're Here is living proof that drag is more than just a fantasy. Drag is love. Thank you to HBO and its continued love and support, and the Critics' Choice Association for this inaugural honor. Happy Pride to everyone, and thank you so much.
Our next presenter is an Emmy-winning actress. She's been blowing us away on Abbott Elementary. If she was my teacher, I probably would have gotten higher than a 2.5 GPA. 2.5 is also my Uber rating. I'm very consistent. Please put your hands together for Cheryl Lee Ralph.
I want you to be reminded as we celebrate June, the month of Pride, someone gave their life for this moment. In the past pandemic that was AIDS, as they suffered as they faced hate like you cannot imagine. They said enough is enough. They organized and they strategized. And here we are these years later celebrating who you are in all of its humanity. How proud I am that tonight I get to see all of you and celebrate a young man. He doesn't ever have to call me. He never has. He does not have to invite me out to lunch or dinner. He never has. Because just looking at him, I love me some Chris Profetti. A man who can look at me at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hello, gorgeous." And I know he means it. But right now, let's celebrate this incredible human being, my Chris Profetti, and watch a little bit of his work.
Hello, Mr. Hill.
The nerve of that guy. We've had a long-standing beef ever since I got here.
Really? It seems like he's just polite to you.
No, he's very passive-aggressive. Plus, I didn't want to miss a chance to see Morton with egg on his face.
Look, kids, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Hill, has joined us.
Keep poking the bear, Morton.
Mr. Hill,
means that...
do you need any help carrying those to your car?
No, thank you. I am fine.
You have a restful night and a pleasant weekend.
Yep, you too. See, what is that guy's deal? That guy really gets my goat.
I don't know what that means, but that man is nothing but nice to you, okay? This is all in your head.
I can't believe we might all get fired.
We don't know that yet.
I have had just about enough, Morton. Sorry. That man knows where my buttons are and just loves to push. Just trying to lighten the mood.
Normally, I would politely chuckle, but this might not be the right time to lighten the mood.
That's it, Morton. You want to get nuts?
Oh,
let's get nuts.
down.
Sorry.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh, I knew it, Morton. I knew you hated me.
Sorry. Oh, Jacob Hill? Hate him. Always have, always will.
It is my honor and with great pride to present the first CCA's Breakthrough Performance Award for a series to my dear friend and colleague, my little snuggle-lookums, Chris Profetti.
Thank you.
I'll put it here.
All right. Okay. I would like to thank the Critics' Choice Association for ruining my Pride weekend. By the time we all leave here tonight, the good parties will be over. JK, love you, critics. You are why I do what I do. Look, this is an immense honor, okay? Being in this room tonight has been an immense honor. 10 years ago, when I graduated from drama school, if you had told my scrawny ass that Cheryl Lee Ralph would present an award to me, I would have said, "Oh my God, what does she wear?" It feels strange to thank people in this situation, but I would like to thank the greatest comedy ensemble on TV, the cast of Abbott Elementary. Playing with you has quickly become the most gratifying experience of my life, and I've done Shakespeare in the Park. Thank you especially Quinta Brunson, who is here. Thank you, Quinta. Thank you for this fully drawn character who is not a sassy sidekick or a punchline, who needed no coming out moment because people be gay. you know? And finally, I just want to say that as certain elected officials continue to make life as unpleasant as possible for LGBT folks, as the terror of the world unfurls in a climate of hate for those in our tribe and beyond, our queer life goes on. And I thank my lucky stars every day that I am a part of this community, a loving, irreverent, soulful, powerful, and wildly attractive community. Yeah, thank you, CCA. This means more to me than you'll ever know.
Chills. I have so much to say about our next presenter. He's been a consistent face in my life. My dad had photos of this man in our living room. Okay, that's another story. You can read about it in my memoir, Livin' La Vida Cola. He really does it all. He was phenomenal in the assassination of Gianni Versace, which earned him a Primetime Emmy nom, and now he truly shines in Palm Royale. I mean, he's the reason I got bangs in the year 2000. Everyone, please welcome Ricky Martin.
What a beautiful crowd. Thank you so much. Hola, baby. I love you too. Screenwriter and producer Abe Sylvia has been part of award-winning series including Nurse Jackie, Dead to Me, and George and Tammy, starring Jessica Chastain. And this year, he's the creative force behind the most amazing show of this season, Palm Royale. Thank you very much. I mean, who doesn't want to live in Palm Beach in 1960? I knew I wanted to be part of this show before I even read the script. I read the role of Robert. I wanted to bring Abe's words to life because I love Abe's words. He's incredible. And then on top of that, I got to act with incredible actresses, Kristen Wiig, Laura Dern, and the one and only Carol Burnett, which is wow, wow, wow. I mean, come on. And you know I had to drop those names, it's important. But what really struck me about this role was how Abe wrote about a queer man and his fears and his pain and his secrets in this era. I needed to be Robert. It is my honor to be here to celebrate this incredible man. But before, let's please take a look at his work.
Well, he's very discreet. Yeah.
Discreet?
Yeah.
But you met somebody. I want you to be able to shout it from the rooftops.
I can't. You know I can't.
But Robert, there's nothing wrong with you.
He is a bit mouthy.
Maxine, just being honest. The point is, the world just hasn't caught up to you yet. You being your truth, maybe eventually it will, huh?
Maybe he doesn't want to be a movement.
Just want to be a person.
I get that.
Yeah, I get that too.
I am honored to be here tonight to present the Showrunner Award to the one and only Abe Sylvia.
Ricky, I am so pleased to be receiving this from you, my dear colleague and my friend. Your work is the work of a true artist, and in our world of zany, pill-popping, martini-swilling, cut-up ladies, the magic you bring to Robert makes you the beating heart of the Palm Royale. Every comedy needs its straight man, and I love that Palm Royale's straight man is gay. So, Ricky Martin, you are Martin to Kristen Wiig's Lewis, and I am grateful for you. And I'm deeply honored to accept this from the Critics' Choice Association, and by honoring me, you are recognizing the hard work of so many people. My fellow writers, my fellow directors, our cast and our crew are all here tonight with me. I mean, they're not here, but they're metaphorically here. Queer artists have a long history of collecting the past. We recycle pop culture through our own particular outsider lens that sees both the absurdity and the humanity in conventionality, and we turn it into art. My voice as a creator was shaped by my discomfort with conformity. It was shaped by fellow queer people that I giggled with in safe corners. And one of those safe corners was the chorus dressing room of Broadway, which are full of the most erudite, brilliant, magical beings that are connected to the rhythms of the world. They are walking reflections of our shared human pulse. I'm always asking myself, will this joke make the boys in the dressing room laugh? Will this moment move them? It's my litmus, because they are the tastemakers, not of just what's happening now, but what's gonna happen next. I am so proud to be here tonight with all of you. I'm very touched by this, truly. Happy Pride.
Please welcome our next presenter, Critics' Choice member and Senior Artisans Editor for Variety, Jazz Tankett.
Truly, what an honor it is to be here tonight. What can one say about George Takei? I remember interviewing him and his husband, Brad, in 2020 when we were doing a story on Pride. And to me, George was Zulu. He was on Heroes, and he appeared on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Yes, George, I watched you out there in the jungle. But then we did this interview, and I learned so much about him, how he fights for LGBTQ rights and advocates for marriage equality. George is an activist for all our rights. His body of work extends far beyond Star Trek. He has a Grammy nomination and is a best-selling author on the New York Times list. So it is my true honor to celebrate him tonight. And let's take a look at his incredible body of work.
My life has been transformed almost as fantastically as science fiction. I do remember the barbed wire fence from which my parents warned me to stay away. And I remember being afraid.
Don't be shocked. You're not a child anymore. You have to see things as they are.
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Target that explosion and fire.
Oh my. Society was against me. And I wanted to be normal because I didn't want to be imprisoned again for being different. My father's philosophy was endurance isn't just teeth gritting, muscle flexing strength. It's to find beauty under harsh circumstances, to know why you're enduring. We're enduring to survive and to find beauty or create our own happiness.
It is truly my great honor to present the one and only George.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm here tonight because of two men, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Howard Stern. In 2005, then California Governor Schwarzenegger vetoed California's marriage equality bill, and I was furious. I was 68 years old, but that year, I came out. I blasted the veto, and I spoke up. On many TV guest spots after that, I became Gay George Takei. Then radio trailblazer Howard Stern gave me a microphone. He made me his show's official announcer. On the Stern Show,
Over the years, I reached many millions of people sharing my story, promoting LGBTQ rights. Tonight, I accept the Critics' Choice Association's Social Justice Award. Thanks to Arnold, I came out of the closet to fight for change. Thanks to Howard, I was given a big microphone that I use to advocate for LGBTQ equality. Oh my. And standing beside me through it all has been my husband, Brad. Our 15-year marriage is the most cherished chapter of my life. To those here tonight and those watching around the world, may your lives be enriched with the same love and acceptance that I am blessed to enjoy. As we say on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, may you all live long and prosper.
Our next presenter, you've seen him on Ugly Betty, With Love, and now Hacks, one of my favorite shows. To present the Supporting Performance Award, put your hands together for Mark Indelicato.
I am so thrilled to present this award tonight to my dear friend Carl Clemens Hopkins for the outstanding performance as Marcus in Hacks. Carl and I met on the very first day of shooting the very first episode of Hacks, and I knew very, very quickly that we were going to become great, great friends. But what I didn't know was how much this individual was going to teach me about the art of acting and acting out loud. And Carl's portrayal of Marcus is endowed with a nuanced complexity that challenges stereotypes and brings a fresh perspective to all of our screens, all the while looking drop-dead gorgeous. Carl's ability to breathe life into this character with such authenticity and depth is nothing short of extraordinary, and getting to work alongside him for the past 4 years has been nothing short of an honor. So let's take a look. Carl, please accept your award for supporting performance.
Wow. It's really weird to think, hi Nathan Lane. We don't have that kind of time. This is my first time receiving an award for acting, which I never thought I'd get. This was always something that I kind of did to escape or to try to be someone else or try to figure out why humans are so weird and crazy. And so I received this as an acknowledgement and encouragement that we are just beginning to see the depth and beauty and expansiveness of LGBTQIA+ characters in our complexity and intersections. Please don't forget about the IA. I'm just saying, like, I know it's not as buzzy, but please don't. Our opposition thinks it has the power. Yes, we may be delayed, but we can never be destroyed. I'm very grateful to have this night of celebration and visibility as a reminder of just how incredible we are and how much power we have as a community. And yes, peace and love, but don't be afraid to fuck some shit up. Peace and love. I love the mantra of take no shit. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Good night.
How spectacular is this show so far? No notes? No notes. You know our next presenter as one of the Fab Five from the multi-Emmy winning series Queer Eye. He's the host of his own talk show, which just got renewed for a 3rd season. Please give it up for the one and only Karamo.
I have to tell you, being in this room warms my heart because I see the love, I see the passion, I see what we're doing.
And it makes me even more happy to be here to present an award to somebody who I call a friend, who is one of the most amazing chefs I have ever been with. I'm here to present an award to Kristen Kish. Yes, give it up. It is hard to believe that it was a little over 10 years ago when she won Top Chef. And at the time, she was only the second woman to ever win the competition show. Last year, when Top Chef lost Padma, they announced that she would be leaving, and it was Kristen who was named as the new host. And I gotta be honest, yes, give it up for that. Watching the show, she is the perfect person. She is an unstoppable talent, and I cannot wait to see how she'll continue to grow as a host. Everyone, let's take a look at her work.
Kristen, you are Top Chef! I could not be more thrilled to be here as the host of Top Chef.
Kristen is such a badass. She's inspiring.
That first instinct of what brings you joy, that is the seed of inspiration. Texturally, it's such a fun bite to eat. It is technical, it is luscious.
Where are my knives? But if you're half-assing it, she's gonna know.
The center was raw. The spice level overpowered the dish.
That's nice fish.
Even with the rice cracker.
Oh, no, I'm not eating the rice cracker.
I'm refraining from dipping my finger in everything right now. It's amazing. It was giving me gummy candy energy.
Let me translate something here. Gummy candy energy is a really good thing.
It's a fantastic moment that you are going to remember forever. So have fun with it, truly. It's really amazing. Cheers to a fantastic season.
And to your first as our host.
Thank you.
It is an honor to present the TV Host Award to my dear friend, Kristen Kish, who also, by the way, wait till y'all see how she looks. This girl is fabulous, y'all. Give it up for Kristen!
Critics' Choice. Probably not the best time to admit that I've always been a little apprehensive about the idea of critics and criticism in my life. Growing up queer, the idea of judgment was terrifying. At times, being queer means being judged. At others, it means feeling invisible. But to be critiqued in a thoughtful way means being really seen. In my restaurant, if I offer a critique to my team, it's because I'm paying attention. I'm trying to encourage someone to reach what I know to be their full potential, and to help them see in themselves what I see in them. The reality is if you live life according to your values and open yourself to well-intentioned critiques from people who genuinely care, you will never need to fear critics. Being queer may not be a choice, but what you do with your life is. And because I'm up here and I have the opportunity, because I am happily married, and I am so proud to say that, Bianca, life with you is so much brighter. And thank you for choosing me. Never thought I'd be able to have that opportunity to stand up here and say that, so I love you. And thank you to the Critics' Choice Association for this immense honor. And who knew that choosing culinary school and a future in the kitchen would have led me to this stage, being amongst such trailblazing support and power. I am so very grateful to you all. Thank you.
Now this writer slash producer slash director slash hottie needs no introduction. Love Simon, Red, White, and Royal Blue. The list goes on. He has given us so much, and we're so grateful. Here to present the Producer Award, make some noise for Greg Berlanti.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, CCA, for having us tonight and for honoring all of this incredible work. I'm honored to be in this room with each of you. A queer masterpiece like Fellow Travelers comes around once in a generation. A show so raw and beautiful, it leaves you heartbroken by its writing, performances, direction, more than just informing you, but changes you with the journey that it takes you on. I had a front row seat in watching this monument get built. by 4 gay men whom I know and admire greatly. Those men are Ron Nyswaner, writer, creator, and executive producer, who I watched pour every bit of his artistic genius and tireless soul into these scripts, cuts, and stories. Lead actor and executive producer Matt Bomer, whose performance in this, people aren't gonna just talk about this season, they're gonna talk about it for decades to come. I saw the intense dedication and sacrifice Matt gave of himself for this role. Also, director and executive producer Dan Minahan, whose talent I'm so in awe of and moved by that I would give him any script I ever wrote to direct. Dan brought his entire lifetime of incredible work to every gorgeous frame of this show. And finally, executive producer Robbie Rogers, whom I watched most closely in this process since he's my husband. I believe a producer's most powerful gift is what they choose to believe in, the stories and the artists they choose to champion before anyone else thinks them possible. Let's take a look at the series.
Your wife said she doesn't know where you are.
Talk to Lucy.
Skippy, I need you.
Did you talk
What
to
you want is
my
my
wife?
signature on a piece of paper to protect your secrets. And you plan to keep on
can't even
lying
accept
about
a
yourself,
gift. God,
even when you're dead.
Christ's sake.
And when are we gonna talk about Jackson?
No, you don't. You don't. Do you want to know what I see in Craig? He doesn't judge me.
I don't.
You are nothing but judgment. You always were. Saint Tim the fucking holy.
Where are you going now, the meat rack?
We locals call it the rack. Yeah, I might end up there. I'm sure you don't want to come, considering what a fucking self-righteous bore you've turned into.
It is my honor to present Ron, Matt, Dan, and Robbie with the Producer Award. Thank you from all of us, especially within this community, for your monument.
We know it was Ron's beautiful writing and dogged determination that carried the day for all of us, but I don't think I have to tell anybody in this room how hard it is to get an LGBTQIA plus multi-decade period piece miniseries made. It's very hard, and a lot of executives really had to stick their necks out for us, so we owe so much to you, and thank you, and always my amazing husband, Simon Halls, our 3 boys, Kit Walker and Henry, I love you. Thank you.
Because we were a civil rights movement founded on the right to love, I wanted to make Fellow Travelers a love story. And I wanted to take it through several generations because our struggle has existed for several generations. You know, we started our show in the 1950s during the Lavender Scare, where our government actively persecuted sexual, quote unquote, sexual deviants, drove them from the government, and their lives, many of them, thousands of their lives were destroyed. We ended in the AIDS crisis of the 80s, and I was present for that one, folks. And you know, we lost so many people that we loved, and our government's indifference for years allowed those people to die. And all of us talked about as we were making this show, that yes, we want to show the struggle, because we struggle still. But we hope we also made a show that shows that within that struggle, we as a community, we can love each other, we can find joy, we can dance to Donna Summer, and we can hook up with one or two, or however it might turn out that evening. We do have joy in our community, and as we struggle now, I just say to the people the younger people, don't give up, find the joy in the struggle. Thank you so much. Thank you for honoring us.
From NBC Universal Television's Quantum Leap, please welcome Mason Alexander Park.
I am so thrilled to be here tonight to get to be here for my friend Shakina, who joins this. Yeah, Shakina. who joins this remarkable list of honorees. And as a fan of the original Quantum Leap and as a trans performer, it's been an honor for me to get to be a part of the continuation of the show's legacy week after week. Quantum Leap is so unabashedly optimistic, and it's deeply empathetic in its portrayal of the human experience. And watching it embrace so many queer performers like myself without having to explain our existence on the show has been an exhilarating experience. And that was helped entirely by the fact that someone like Shekinah, a trans writer and actor and activist, was put in a position of power, which, as we all know in this room, is still sadly so unheard of. I'm so honored to be here to celebrate Shekinah, who elevated my work every single day on set, and I only hope that you all eventually get a chance to be elevated by her too. Let's take a look at her show.
I know you.
It is my honor to present Shekinah with the Writer Award.
Thank you, Mason, and thank you to the Critics' Choice Association for this supremely meaningful recognition. I'm so proud to accept this award, and I want to give a huge shout out to the entire Quantum Leap family. It was an honor to contribute to the legacy of a show I remember watching as a kid. We taught a whole new generation of fans about empathy over the last 2 years, in a time when we all need a little more empathy, perhaps now more than ever. In a moment when our identities, our bodies, our livelihoods, and our young people's rights to healthcare, school safety, and participation in social life are under legislative attack, it is essential to remind folks that we, as trans people, have always been here, and we're not going anywhere. And while the inflammatory and divisive talking points born of conservative think tanks might have people believing that our existence is a trend or a threat, the human stories born of our experiences, resurrected from our histories and brought forth in our writers' rooms and screenplays and crowd-funded albums, open mics, play scripts, and solo shows speak truth to that power, and in doing so, we change hearts and minds, and we save the lives of young people. So this is what we mean when we say representation matters. And we stand on the shoulders of every social movement that has used storytelling to change culture before us. But we cannot do it alone. Ask yourselves, what am I doing to actively carve out space for the telling of trans stories, to hold doors open for the advancement of trans creators, to uplift trans voices, and to center trans lives and trans liberation? Because as cute as this party is, and it's really cute, and as much as I deeply appreciate this award, and I do, from the bottom of my heart, I promise you, it's not enough. Thank you.
You know this next presenter from his work as director on Queer as Folk, Game of Thrones, and most recently, Three Body Problem. Three Body Problem is what I'm faced with when I book multiple booty calls in one night. Please welcome Jeremy Podeswa.
Thank you. The next award recipient is a recent friend, but we have for a while been members of a mutual admiration society. I first became aware of his work when I saw his acclaimed film, Mafi, about a gay recruit in the South African army during the apartheid era. I then saw his striking film, Beauty, about a closeted married man who becomes obsessed with the son of one of his friends. Most recently, he directed Mary and George, a sexy, bold, limited series that tells the incredible story of Mary Villiers, played by Julianne Moore, who manipulates her son George, played by Nicholas Galitzine, into seducing King James I. This story of the king's steamy relationship with George does not shy away from the gay storyline or from its royal lover's escapades. The series brings to light how our stories have been buried in history, a concern that has been a consistent thread through the work of its brilliant director, Oliver Hermanus. With Mary and George, this particular history has now been unearthed for all of us to enjoy and revel in and learn. Let's take a look at Oliver's work.
I've never left England before. I've never been out to sea. My French is so sans. I'll never...
You have nothing to fear in France.
What if I go later? When I'm older?
You could. But if you miss this chance, you'll fail us all and live like your father, smeared in the unwashable excrement of eternal shame. Bon voyage.
I'm proud to present the Director Award to Oliver Hermanus.
Thank you for this. Thank you to the CCA. Thank you, Jeremy. Mary and George is a historical piece of work. It's about the lives of Mary and George Villiers. They were real people. And James I was the real King of England, and he was gay. And George was his major love of his life. The world doesn't know this about James or George. What we know about James is that he commissioned the writing of the King James Bible. And the world credits Elizabeth I as the woman that celebrated Shakespeare, but it was also James. I think this is an important fact because queer people can be erased from history, even monarchs of England. And I was very proud to be able to tell James's story and the sort of complicated love story of George and James in the show. And it reminded me that as people, as the LGBTQ plus community, our stories are important and they can easily be erased. I'm from South Africa. I was born during apartheid. When I was born, my rights were denied. When I was 11, the country changed and I inherited a bouquet of rights from my parents who fought for them, which included my right as a gay man to get married, to have children, to adopt, to have an inheritance. These rights were in South Africa before they were even in the United States. But these rights can also be taken away from all of us here today. And so I am so honored to be in this room with all of you, all of us telling our stories and celebrating the fact that we are here and we are not going anywhere. Thank you very much.
Please welcome President and CEO of the Trans Latina Coalition, Bambi Salcedo.
People like myself don't have access to this type of spaces. I am an organizer. I have been doing community work for almost 30 years, and I have seen the development of many beautiful, young, amazing, and incredible people like Nava Mao. I think everyone has seen Baby Reindeer, right? You and about 2.6 million folks watch it in its very first week. And it seems crazy that it became a phenomenon so quickly and word to mouth turned into practically overnight into the pop culture moment. But more importantly, what it's done, it has helped people to talk about their own experiences. And of course, our honoree, my dear and beautiful sister, Nava Mao, who plays Terry, is captivating to watch, and you can't take your eyes off her. Nava shines in her performance and is so incredibly tender and vulnerable, but she also doesn't take anyone's shit. I am so honored to celebrate her work tonight, But before that, please let's take a look at baby reindeer.
Just the whole Martha situation, that's what's getting to me here. I just feel so fucking stressed.
But what are you even doing to fix the situation, Donnie? We've been stuck inside for God knows how long now, waiting for you to figure it out.
Well, I've been to the police, but they were useless.
Did you mention what happened to me?
Of course I did.
Then why haven't they been around? It's because you didn't say shit.
That's not true.
You stopped me calling them the night she attacked me. You stopped everyone calling. I mean, you couldn't have whisked me out of that pub any faster.
I was trying to get you to safety.
Yeah, sure you were. The safety inside your own fucking head.
I am so incredibly honored and thrilled and happy and proud to present the Breakthrough Performance Award for a limited series, my dear, beautiful, amazing, and incredible sister, Nava Mao.
Thank you so much, Bambi, for those beautiful words. First and foremost, thank you to the Critics' Choice Association for this beautiful recognition. Tonight feels like a surreal meditation on a long journey that easily could have never happened. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for community. In June of 2019, I moved to LA in a slightly falling apart little red Toyota to pursue my dream of creating film and television. Like so many artists in this town, I took a leap of faith without knowing where I would land. That first summer, I planned to hop around several friends' places, couch surfing, until I found a room to rent and a job. There was one occasion I mixed up my dates and ended up not having a place to stay. That day, I visited Bambi Salcedo at the Trans-Latina Coalition. I had met her only a few times, but she was someone who inspired me immensely. We are worth believing in. We are worth the investment. I look back on that moment with pride because I remember deciding when I came here that I was giving myself 5 years to make enough of a breakthrough in the industry that it felt like I could keep going. If I hadn't made enough progress after 5 years, and if I wasn't happy, I promised myself I would leave and begin a new path. Maybe one with a greater probability for success, or at least a more stable guarantee of health insurance. So, I had 5 years. This month marks exactly 5 years since I moved to LA. In that little red Toyota. And today, I am honored, humbled to receive this Breakthrough Performance Award in front of so many champions of the LGBTQ community in our industry. So thank you to my family, my team, the cast and crew of Baby Reindeer, and the countless advocates who have made this moment possible. I've gotten nowhere on my own. It's always been together. So thank you.
Our next presenter is absolutely brilliant in Andrew Haig's film, Lean on Pete. And next, you can catch him in National Anthem. Yeehaw! Please give it up for Charlie Plummer.
Wow, this is such a beautiful evening. Thank you to the CCA for honoring the LGBTQIA+ community with this incredible night. I am so thrilled to be up here in honor of my dear, dear friend, Luke Guilford. I had the fortune of working with Luke on his feature debut, National Anthem. But for the last decade, Luke has captured rodeo culture across the American West. What separates Luke from his contemporaries is his ability to center these stunning desert landscapes and ranches around the often under-recognized queer identities that populate these spaces. Through photography, he's captured a fascinating world and expanded on those images, turning them into a narrative feature I am beyond proud of, a story we rarely ever see or hear about. National Anthem celebrates queer people who are living their lives, falling in love, and discovering themselves as they deserve to, all in a rural American setting. It is a story of resilience as much as a surrender to one's true self. And as we celebrate Luke tonight, we should thank him too for reminding us all of what America looks like. So without further ado, let's look at some of the gorgeousness from the film National Anthem.
You must really love her.
Yeah. Being with her was really the first time that I felt like I was a part of something. Well, I guess I might not have anywhere to belong anymore.
You belong here.
I just don't really think I do.
You do. You really do. You just think that it's supposed to be bigger or better than it is, but it's not. It's me telling you right now. You belong.
Luke Guilford, it is my honor and delight to present you with the Breakthrough Director Award.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor. Thank you so much to the Critics' Choice Association. Thank you for encouraging people to go out in their lives, to go to a movie theater and have a cathartic, transcendent experience. National Anthem is about creating a chosen family while also accepting and loving our biological family. So I want to thank my parents who are here for teaching me the language of the heart, and for showing me how to be vulnerable enough to love. This film would really be nothing without its performances, though. Charlie Palmer. Thank you for trusting me from our very first conversation, for bringing Dylan to life with so much tenderness and care. You created a new archetype of the traditional Western cowboy, one who is not afraid to get on a bull, or to try drag, or to feel deeply. We all know this is a very scary time. Queer and trans bodies are preyed upon and inflicted brutal, dehumanizing violence every day. And our film does not take away from that fact, but it represents a beacon of hope that survival does not always have to be through violence. And it's a reminder for all of us to create more safety and acceptance and freedom in this world. Thank you.
In the series Acapulco, she plays Diane, the owner of the very pink Las Colinas Resort. Please welcome Emmy Award winner Jessica Collins.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here tonight to present the Rising Star Award. When you show up to work, you don't expect to meet your family. But that's exactly what happened the day I met Fernando Carsa. Yes. Like his character Memo in Acapulco, Fernando brings an infectious warmth and joy wherever he goes. He's a born leader on our show, setting an example of kindness, professionalism, and deep gratitude for all he's been given. There are no words for just how proud of you I am, my friend. In everything you do, you bring an authentic voice and representation to those who may feel they have no right to be heard. You're an inspiration to me and so many others to dream grande. Let's watch him in action.
Hi, Memo. You have no idea. The day you're about to face is like nothing you have faced before.
Ay, Hector, it's just Mother's Day.
If only were that simple. You see, Mexican Mother's Day and American Mother's Day are separate, but this year, they fall on the same weekend. It happens only every few years when God turns his back on us.
Happy Mother's Day.
They're your problem now.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.
Have fun, sweetie.
Okay. Well, it can't be that bad, can it? I mean, isn't it Mother's Day all about the flowers and the sweets and spending time with your family?
Not for American moms on vacation, no. For them, it's all about teaching the kids to get a little me time.
Oh, like getting a massage or a pedicure.
Not exactly.
Hey, bartender, I'm going to need 1 shot for every kid I have, plus 5 more shots. It's Mother's Day.
Pour that liquor. I am Marie.
The storm, she begins.
It is my greatest honor to present the Rising Star Award to my fabulous darling, Fernando Carsa.
I want to start off by thanking the Critics' Choice Association for this honor. I moved to this country 11 years ago, and a moment like this one seemed just like a dream. This award has been the proudest moment of my life yet. Yeah. To my entire Acapulco family, I would not be standing here without you. You've gifted me the character of Memo, a plus-size dreamer who celebrates who he is, leads with kindness and curiosity, and challenges everything that machismo culture and gender norms expect from him. Seeing the audience celebrate his connection to his feminine side gave me the courage to embrace mine. To scream to the world, yes, I am gay, I'm fat, and I can still shake it with my boots on. For most of my life, I've been put down for being myself, whether it was my accent, my body, or my attempt to be straight, but still behaving way too gay and adoring Britney Spears, not because I had a crush on her, but because I wanted to be like her. Point is, I was never enough. My truth was seen as wrong. And for a lot of people, that continues to be the case. But moments like this one send a loud message. And my hope is that anyone who is watching who is still not ready to live their truth realizes that there is an ocean of us ready to love you and celebrate you. And to my brother, this is a hard one, my brother, my sister, my dad, and oh gosh, my mother, thank you for embracing me and loving me unconditionally from the moment I came out of that hoo-ha. Thank you for not listening to the world when they told you that I should act more like a man, for letting me be, and for never cutting my wings. Sin ustedes no soy nada. Thank you. And to all the plus-size, queer, immigrant, Latina kids, dreamers out there, this is for you, to remind you that your dreams are possible, valid, and you can also be rising stars. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Please welcome the co-CEO of Paramount Global and president and CEO of CBS, George Cheeks.
Hello. It's great to be here to introduce the very first recipient of the Industry Leadership Award, Henry Munoz. Henry is quite simply a force of nature. He breaks down barriers and he makes a difference. He's one of the first, if not the only, openly gay Latino owner of a Hollywood studio, Funny or Die. Under Henry's leadership, the studio's focus is on projects that are funny, original, and diverse. Henry's most recent film elevated the creative voice of a first-time queer Latina director and her all-Latino cast. This groundbreaking film won the Grand Jury Prize and the award for Best Director at Sundance. Henry's passion for the arts includes a deep love for the theater. He's a Tony-nominated producer for shows like Merrily We Roll Along, Some Like It Hot, and New York, New York. And as the chairman of the National Museum of the American Latino, he is furthering the work that has spanned over 30 years to ensure the Latino community finally gets a museum on our national mall. But all of this just scratches the surface. Let's take a look at Henry in action.
My friend Henry once told me that growing up in South Texas, the son of not one, but two labor organizers, he learned early on that the movement of a people begins with the steps of just one person. So Henry Munoz stepped forward, creating change in American institutions and industries, architecture, urban planning, healthcare, immigration, education, entertainment, developing presence and voice where none existed, empowering people. No matter how long it takes or the challenges we face, Latinos need a museum on the mall that tells our story. And 30 years later, almost there. As National Finance Chairman of the Democratic National Committee, he was a tireless advocate. Some would say a pain. The President of the United States even married him in Kaya. Henry is the only person in our country that has taken the President of the United States to a gay bar that we know of. And when COVID hit and his people were in the streets of New York getting sick, dying, Henry and his colleagues tested, fed, and vaccinated millions of people. And he didn't stop there. He assembled creators to share information, content, and honor the fallen. In partnership with CBS, that became his Funny or Die, a place that is funny, original, and diverse. And in 3 short years, under his leadership, he has won an Emmy for Best Movie for Television, won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance, been nominated for 3 Tonys, and is literally changing the face of late-night television with After Midnight. Henry Munoz is a leader, yes, but he is more than that. He gathers people around him and creates movements that change culture and moves us forward as a society. Henry is an everyday American hero.
It's truly my honor to present the Industry Leadership Award to Henry R. Munoz III.
I am so gay. I've been sitting out there the whole time thinking about how I'm going to redesign our living room for this. To the Critics' Choice Association, I want to thank you for honoring the contributions that all of us have always made to this industry, and yes, for celebrating Pride. I'm never really sure that I deserve to stand on a podium, but today I do feel proud. And I feel proud to be a part of this community. When I decided to buy Funny or Die, which was really crazy, I did it because I wanted to open the doors of opportunity for others. And I wanted them to use their voices, and I wanted to use my voice. And the people at Funny or Die, who have always had this incredible sense of not just what is funny, but what can move society forward, welcomed me and changed their direction to accommodate that vision. And after a lifetime of working to transform the way that our country sees itself, I don't really know if I'm a leader, but I know that I am a person for others, the way that my parents were and the way that my husband, Kyle, now my spouse, Kaya, is, and honey, we fought so hard to be married and to be who we really are. And every day, as I watch you celebrate who you really are, it brings such incredible joy to me, and I'm proud that we're married. And of course, I know how important our stories are, and who tells them really makes a difference, because stories and culture always lead politics, and they always move people. And I see pretty much every day that we're living in a very dangerous time. So we should acknowledge our progress, and we should celebrate. But we shouldn't believe that everything is fine, because it's not. There is more, not just us, there is more anti-LGBT, anti-trans, anti-woman, anti-child legislation filed across this country in more states than has ever in the history of the United States of America. But I think we should still be hopeful, because we're not alone. Thank you so much for this, and happy Pride.
Okay, these next presenters, okay, I've been drinking backstage. Is it obvious? These next presenters are so good at what they do. One of them won an Emmy for Master of None, and the other is a stellar stand-up comedian. Let's make some noise for the world's funniest straight men. Loot co-creator Alan Yang and Loot co-star Ron Funches.
Tonight, we are here to present the Vanguard Award to Michaela J. Rodriguez. Woo! Michaela J. has been outspoken about diversity in Hollywood for as long as she's had a voice. In Pose as Bianca, she led the way, celebrating Black trans lives.
Yes, she did. Not only that, Michaela is a freaking nerd. Name a Pokemon, she has caught it.
She's basically only plays Nintendo Switch on set. It's adorable. We love it. Michaela made history as the first trans actress ever to be nominated for an Emmy.
Trailblazer. She's also a trailblazer in the video game The Sims, where she has killed her sim in every way imaginable. Her favorite be by building a pool and then removing the ladder. She told me that privately.
Yeah, right there. She's also used her platform to fight for trans youth and break barriers for those following in her footsteps.
Absolutely. Michaela J. is a true light. She's a true dichotomy. She is everything you want to be. She is both fierce yet soft. She is kind but not to be messed with. She has a light that cannot be taken away from her, and she is happy to share it with the rest of us, and we are all blessed because of that.
I'm so proud, we're so proud together, that Michaela J. is receiving the Vanguard Award tonight. Let's take a look at her work in our show, Loot.
What is he doing and what is taking so long?
He's getting inspired. Let him do his work, Sophia.
This glasswork, such an amazing example of the Art Deco style. The cane strips are probably zinc.
Oh.
But it's this hierarchy of space that I love. It's this feeling that we've got to bring into every single room.
Well, I would love for the rooms to have all of their own bathrooms and locking doors. Can we do that? Where does that fall in the hierarchy of space?
I think these residencies can be both beautiful as well as functional.
The people who will be living here have gone without basic needs for way too long. I think we need to prioritize.
So you think that the people living here don't deserve beauty in their lives?
What? No. That's not what I said at all. Okay, look. You can put in gargoyles or whatever, but let's at least concentrate on the necessities.
Gargoyles, I like it. I'm gonna put that in my journal.
I'm sure you do have a journal. It's probably leather.
It's not because I'm vegan.
Of course you are. I'm surprised it took this long for you to even bring that up. Shall we continue the tour?
My friend Michaela J., please give us the pleasure of joining us on stage.
Hi, y'all. It is a pleasure to see all of y'all faces here tonight. And I would like to start off by giving a special thanks to Luke co-creator Alan Yang. Yes, and fellow cast member Ron Fuches. Listen, y'all heartfelt words about The Sims and everything up here. I really appreciate that because I play The Sims all the time. It's my favorite game to play, y'all. I would also like to express the tremendous amount of gratitude thanks to the Critics' Choice Association for bestowing me with this special honor, the Vanguard Award. It's wild. It's hard for me to even sometimes to really accept. Throughout my career, I have always made a point to acknowledge the importance of LGBTQAI+ representation as it breaks down barriers for trans women such as myself, and it eliminates stigmas that are far too often negatively impacting our community as a whole. While it has not been an easy path forward, I will continue to fight for LGBTQAI rights, as we all deserve to be seen and heard. You know, being able to share this room with so many of my talented peers, some who I have known, Shakina, and many of you, Matt, hey Matt, for a very long time, and I'm so glad I get to share this space with y'all, but so many who I've shared and admire and who I share incredible special bonds with. Through beautiful events such as this, we are able to showcase and acknowledge how strong and proud our community is. Happy Pride, happy Pride, happy, happy Pride, y'all, and thank you.
Our next presenter is an incredible journalist and Pulitzer Prize winner. I loved him on Drag Race. I'd let him judge me all day long. You guessed it, I'm talking about Ronan Farrow. Yes. But before he comes to the stage, let's take a look at some highlights from this groundbreaking show.
Racers, start your engines and may the best drag queen win. Period.
I'm Cher, bitch.
Everybody wants Emmy, but nobody really knows Emmy until tonight.
Drag race history. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in there? Honey, I spend half my day getting up and the other half getting down. Let's just be honest. We watch RuPaul's Drag Race and we love it.
Oh, girl.
Oh my God.
Out of this world.
You're all superstars.
Yeah! Miss Banji! Get dragged into the phenomenon.
Look over there!
And the hits just keep on coming. Hi.
This franchise has been going strong for 16 years. Think about that. Look, Drag Race matters. It often focuses on the most marginal people in our communities. It focuses on people of color. It focuses on trans people. It focuses on people who endured a lot of oppression. And then they get on that set and they're able to transmute things that were stigmatized in them into something exuberant. And it shows the rest of the world the power and the joy of our community. Even as a burgeoning culture war demonizes us, and especially demonizes drag. You all know lawmakers around this country have sought to restrict it again and again just of late. I am so happy to give tonight's Trailblazer Award to the one and only RuPaul. From World of Wonder, executive producers and my friends, Tom Campbell, Fenton Bailey, and Randy Barbado. My mother, Michelle Visage. Please welcome to the stage some of our fabulous winners, plus some of the queens who make it all happen. The drop-dead gorgeous Plain Jane, Morphine, Dawn, Mejia Iman LePage, and America's next drag superstar, Nymphia Wind. Come on up, ladies.
I want to thank Ronan, and I want to thank the Critics' Choice Association. I just want to tell you a story that when we pitched RuPaul's Drag Race 19 years ago,
20.
feels like 19, nobody wanted it. Creative executives at different networks, our friends, would sit there and say, oh my God, we love you, we love World of Wonder, we love RuPaul, we love this idea. And then they would lean in and say, but you know, we can't sell a suit to our ad guys. It was chilling. Letting queer people tell queer, authentic stories. Crazy thought, huh? And like all fabulous underground queer things, the coolest people in the world found us, saw what we were doing, and supported us. And so many of those people are in this room right now, and thank you very much. So never give up, I guess, is the moral of that story. You know, all these years later, one thing remains constant. RuPaul's Drag Race is a true labor of love. And if you don't believe me, watch this.
Greetings from Pacoima. I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight, but Mamoru is working. Now, you know, being a part of RuPaul's Drag Race is the greatest joy of my professional life. And it all starts with the twisted minds at World of Wonder and our incredible cast and crew who reinvent our show every season. I want to thank MTV for their unwavering support. And most importantly, I want to thank the real trailblazers, our queens. Their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent isn't just a catchphrase. It's magic, it's power, and it generates the kind of love that can change the mother-tucking world. And to all the honorees tonight, congratulations. And remember, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen. Amen. We've reached the final award of the night. So bittersweet. I know, we're crying, we're edging. To present, please welcome the extremely talented and iconic Sean Hayes.
Good evening, and what an honor to present the very first Critics' Choice celebration of LGBTQ+ Cinema and Television Career Achievement Award, or the CCC LGBTQ PCTCAA for short. Of course, tonight we pay tribute to all the incredible work of my friend, the incomparable Nathan Lane. Yeah, he's the best. A multiple Tony and Emmy Award winner, Nathan was already a triple threat before he was old enough to even manscape. So many unforgettable roles. I mean, if you catch a glimpse of his IMDb page, it's long, it's substantial. Honestly, it's hard not to stare. And it curves a little at the end. It also outlines a remarkable career, from the Birdcage to the Gilded Age, from the producers to Only Murders in the Building, and from Disney's The Lion King to Dix the Musical. Yeah, I saw it. Fewer dicks than I'd hoped. He played Timon in not only the Lion King film, but also the TV series, DVDs, and video games, singing Hakuna Matata, a Swahili phrase which, according to Nathan, means endless residuals. Okay. Yeah. And in the 1980s, Nathan took a recurring role on the television series The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, not to be confused with Nathan's days and nights doddering around on Molly. Nathan came out in 1999, and it's not so much I was surprised he came out, it's more I was surprised that he came out as a lesbian, which is weird. Yeah, I remember thinking, what can't he do? Nathan, you've done a lot of gay men. Proud. You've done a lot of gay men proud. I've always looked to Nathan as a mentor. When I hosted the Tony Awards in 2010, I really needed advice, so I called Nathan, who'd done the job multiple times. He didn't take my call, but if he had, it would have been very meaningful, and I'll always cherish that. In all seriousness, though, what Nathan can do that many other actors can't is pretty much everything. I just don't mean sing, dance, and act. I mean, he can be funnier than anyone, but he can also deliver a deeply moving, intensely chilling, or thoroughly breathtaking dramatic performance. Where some actors stay in their comfort zone, Nathan seeks out new challenges, and he always nails them. Nathan's impact on the LGBTQ+ community comes both from outside his work and through the stories he's told on screen. A longtime board member of Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, always willing to support LGBTQ+ causes, he is a true champion for our community in countless ways. Put simply, Nathan demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to everything he does. He makes every role his own, and once you've seen him play a character, you couldn't imagine it any other way. Have a look at his remarkable career.
You see what's up ahead? Look, I don't want to hit anybody.
First things first.
I'm just a guy. You're like a fountain, waiting to explode and shoot into the sky. I'm a fountain? Yes, you're a fountain! Oh, Christ on a crutch, Craig. You sounded like Maria Callas on a rough matinee. Ow! What do you want me to do, dress and drag and do the hula? That's a laugh. Hear that? That was a laugh. Hook 'em, buck 'em, cook 'em. Now! Wait a minute, stop. I feel the sickening threat of brutal honesty, and I'm wildly uncomfortable. I hate sports and nature and sherbet. God, do I hate sherbet. There's ice cream and sorbet and nothing in between. And I can't beat them! I can't beat them! Put the wires back on, Doc! I'm gonna blow out your Frankenstein machine.
Stop trembling. Hold the knife boldly.
Yes. Oh, God, I pierced the toes! Oh. Alvin! Wait a minute. Give it to me! No! Give it to me! No! Give it to me! No! It's a gay old life being queer. Fucking A! Fucking A, right!
It's my honor to present the Critics' Choice LGBTQ+ Career Achievement Award to my dear friend who I love very, very much, the one and only hilarious and wonderful Nathan Lane.
Does this count toward my EGOT status? Because that's really the dream. I'd like to thank my dear friend Sean Hayes for coming to present this award to me. I don't know if you had the good fortune to see his Tony Award-winning tour de force performance as Oscar Levant in the play Goodnight Oscar on Broadway. But it certainly was one of the greatest stage performances I've ever seen. And I've been around. That's why they're giving me this award. I've been around. First and most importantly, I do want to thank George Santos He told me before the show that he put this whole amazing evening together, and I'm so impressed. And please don't forget to tip him when he brings your car around. I will admit, I'm a little confused. Am I getting this award because I'm gay or you're gay? Something gay is happening here, and I'd just like to pin it down. With your consent, of course. But really, is this for my, you'll pardon the expression, body of work, or just the gay roles? Is this for my 49 years of devoted service to the entertainment industry, or just Dix the Musical? Never mind, you can tell me later at the after party. But when I say something gay is happening here, I'm not kidding. Don't take this the wrong way, but this is the gayest room I have ever been in. This room is gayer than a banana daiquiri at a Timothée Chalamet retrospective. This room is gayer than fishnet stockings in a steam room. This room is gayer than a manicure on the way to the motherlode. This room makes a Troye Sivan video look like a Teamsters meeting. Let me put it this way, tonight's gift bag included poppers and a bedazzled jock strap. I'm just saying. Nevertheless, it's very flattering to be the inaugural recipient of this brand new award. Does it have a name yet? For example, the Berlin Film Festival honors queer artists with the Teddy Award, and the Tony Awards has an honor for gay achievement called the Tony Award. Honestly, I don't feel old enough to receive an award for encompassing an entire career, but as my publicist explained, for a gay career achievement award, you're eligible as soon as you qualify as a daddy. Hey, maybe that's what you call the award, the daddy. Hey, daddy. Of course, when all the critics agree on something I've done, that can either be really good news or really bad news. But this is really good news. However, there's no way to sit through an evening like this without at some point asking yourself the terrifying question, when did I turn into Angela Lansbury? Yeah, well, it starts without warning like a virus. So slowly you're not even aware of it, and then one day it dawns on you that more and more you're being honored for career achievement, and the next thing you know, you're on the cover of AARP magazine in a hot tub with Shirley MacLaine. And shortly thereafter, you're a spokesman for reverse mortgages. Let's face it, in the world of award shows, the next stop after career achievement is the in memoriam package. It's the Hollywood circle of life. Please understand, this is a lovely honor, but at a certain point, career achievement awards do feel a little like God's way of whispering, I think you've had enough. But as Chris Christie often says, I haven't finished yet. I was really looking forward to tonight because I thought I had a pretty good shot at winning. Although, being the only nominee, you do miss the fun of watching other people lose. It's truly difficult to express how thrilled I am about this award because, quite frankly, the Botox hasn't settled, but I wouldn't have missed this for the world. You had me at Sherry Cola. You seem like nice people. I'm gonna level with you. This is the second of 3 Lifetime Achievement Awards I'm getting this month. And I'm starting to feel like my doctors aren't telling me everything. Standing here tonight, I can't help remembering that way back in 1989, I was first asked by a theater journalist in an interview if I was gay, and I replied, oh. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. He said, don't you want to address your sexuality? Everybody knows you're gay. I said, if everybody knows I'm gay, why do I need to address it? I had come out to my mother and my 2 brothers when I was 21 and was certainly out to my friends and colleagues in the business. I had marched in pride parades in the late 70s, but nobody in the press had ever expressed interest in my sexuality. I was just an up-and-coming New York theater character actor. However, once I began playing gay roles, it started to come up more and more. Then I was lucky enough to make a film called The Birdcage, and I was told, thanks for remembering. I was told by my agents it would be a good idea to hire a publicist for all the press coming my way. I met with 3 different people, and I picked the cute gay one, Simon Halls. He also turned out to be the best one and is still my publicist to this day. And before we walked into the press junket for the film, he said to me, "What do you want to do about your sexuality?" I said, "Nothing, it's too late now." He said, it's probably going to come up and you should be prepared. And I said, I knew I forgot something. But look, since this is the first leading role I've had in a film, I'd like it to be about the work and not a coming out publicly story, at least initially. Can't I just say I'd rather not talk about my personal life, which is what I did. However, I soon realized by making that statement, I might as well have added, and by the way, I'm crazy for cock. But hey, you live and learn. I certainly wish I had been braver at the time. Like when Oprah Winfrey on her show asked me why I was so good at all that girly stuff in The Birdcage. If I could go back in time, the answer I wish I had given is, Oprah, the reason I'm good at all that stuff is because I'm a wonderful actor. But if you're asking me if I'm gay, the answer is yes, and proud of it. Unfortunately, I was terrified and overwhelmed just sitting opposite Oprah Winfrey. That alone should have told them I was gay. And I didn't have the courage to tell the truth, to be myself. I'm not sure I even knew who that was at that point. I honestly don't think Oprah was trying to out me. She was just being playful, but I was yet again not prepared to publicly declare my sexual allegiance, this time on national television with the most famous and powerful woman in all of entertainment. I had expressed my fears beforehand to the late, great Robin Williams, who kindly said to me, "Don't worry, Nathan, you don't have to discuss it if you're not ready." And he went on to protect me whenever he could throughout the awkward moments. I was then asked by Us Magazine at the time if I was gay. I finally said, "Look, I'm 40, single, and work a lot in the musical theater. You do the math." I thought that was a good answer. It told them what they wanted to know in a humorous way without drama or fanfare. This was not exactly a scoop. Then several months later, I saw in the news what had happened to a young man named Matthew Shepard. I saw his picture. I saw his parents. I could not begin to fathom their grief. It was an incredibly sobering moment. And then I remembered what the great Harvey Milk had said, coming out is the most political thing you can do. I'd already come out on a personal level. Why not come out publicly now that I was a so-called public figure, if it might be meaningful to others in the struggle? So I did, and I'm glad I did. Many people yawned and said, "Who cares? We already knew." One of the first lessons I learned about being a public figure was to try to ignore what people write about you. As Bette Midler once said to me angrily, "Don't read that shit." You could go on the internet right now and find the Society to Assassinate Bette Midler. What are you gonna do? Fuck them. She has a way of getting to the heart of things quickly. And now, tonight, you're crowning me queen for a day. Ain't show business grand. But what does it all mean, you say? I guess it means I'm a survivor. That's really what show business is about, survival, not getting voted off the island. I'm a survivor as an actor, as a gay man. I'm even a cancer survivor. And I've been very fortunate indeed to work with some of the best writers, actors, directors, producers, and all the people behind the scenes that help bring a production to life. So you also honor all of them with this award. Not all of them were gay, I hope that's okay, but we all worked together to tell a story and create something hopefully worthy of an audience's time that might move them or make them laugh or make them think. You know, when I was in elementary school and I would get my report card, there was a box that was always checked that said, "Works well with others." Genuine collaboration and doing the work, that's the privilege for which I am extremely grateful. That's what it all means. So I thank you very much, Critics' Choice Association, for this wonderful honor.
Give it up again for Nathan Lane. That was really the cherry on top to a fantastic and powerful night. Thank you for coming. I'm Sherry Cola, and I hope to see you next year. Good night.